What if the history books you've trusted your entire life are hiding secrets that could rewrite everything you thought was true? Imagine a world where the stories we've been told about the past are not just incomplete, but deliberately crafted to keep us in the dark. Today, we're diving into 25 conspiracy theories that will challenge everything you thought you knew about history. From the moon landing to the mysteries of Atlantis, these theories don't just question the official narratives. They demand that we rethink the very foundations of our understanding. By the end of this video, you'll see history in a whole new light, uncovering hidden truths that could change the way you see the world forever. So, are you ready to question everything? Let's begin. Now turning to one of the most debated conspiracy theories in modern history, the Moon Landing Hoax. This theory claims that the iconic 1969 Apollo moon landing was not real, but instead an elaborate hoax staged by NASA. The origins of this idea can be traced back to the late 1960s, when a small but vocal group began questioning the authenticity of the moon landing footage. One of the most cited arguments is the American flag planted on the moon, which appears to wave in the vacuum of space where there's no wind. Skeptics also point to the absence of stars in the photographs taken on the lunar surface, arguing that the sky should have been filled with them. Another common claim is the unusual shadows in the photos, which some say suggest the use of studio lighting rather than natural sunlight. NASA has repeatedly addressed these claims, explaining that the flag's movement was caused by the force of it being planted, not wind, and that the lack of stars is due to the camera settings optimized for the bright lunar surface. As for the shadows, they argue that the moon's uneven terrain and reflective surface create complex lighting effects. Despite these explanations, the moon landing hoax theory has persisted, fueled by distrust in government institutions and a growing skepticism toward official narratives. This theory has had a lasting impact, shaping how many people view not just space exploration, but also the credibility of those in power. It's a reminder that even the most celebrated achievements in history can be questioned, and that sometimes the truth is more complicated than it seems. Now turning to one of the most enduring and controversial mysteries in American history, the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. On November 22, 1963, Kennedy was shot and killed while riding in a motorcade through Dealey Plaza in Dallas, Texas. The official investigation, led by the Warren Commission, concluded that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone, firing 3 shots from the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository. However, this conclusion has been met with widespread skepticism, giving rise to countless alternative theories that suggest a larger conspiracy was at play. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence fueling these theories is the Zapruder film, a home movie that captured the assassination in gruesome detail. The film appears to show Kennedy's head jerking backward, which some argue indicates a shot from the front, contradicting the Warren Commission's claim that all shots came from behind. This has led to theories of a second shooter, possibly positioned on the grassy knoll. Other theories implicate powerful organizations, such as the CIA, the Mafia, or even elements within the U.S. government, suggesting that Kennedy's policies on Cuba, civil rights, or organized crime made him a target. The Warren Commission's findings have been criticized for overlooking key evidence and failing to address inconsistencies. For example, the so-called magic bullet theory, which posits that a single bullet caused multiple wounds in both Kennedy and Texas Governor John Connally, has been widely disputed. Skeptics argue that the trajectory defies physics, further fueling suspicions of a cover-up. Decades later, the JFK assassination remains a focal point for conspiracy theorists, not just because of the unanswered questions, but also because it represents a moment when trust in government institutions began to erode. The event has become a symbol of hidden truths and the idea that those in power may not always act in the public's best interest. Whether or not the full truth will ever be known, the assassination of John F. Kennedy continues to captivate and challenge our understanding of history. Now turning to one of the most pervasive and enigmatic conspiracy theories of all time, the belief in a secretive global elite known as the Illuminati and their alleged plan to establish a new world order. The origins of the Illuminati trace back to the late 18th century in Bavaria, where a small group of intellectuals founded a secret society aimed at promoting Enlightenment ideals and opposing religious influence over public life. However, the group was disbanded by the government within a decade, leaving behind a legacy that would later fuel countless conspiracy theories. Fast forward to the modern era, and the Illuminati has become a symbol of shadowy power and control. Conspiracy theorists claim that this secretive organization, or its modern-day successors, manipulates world events from behind the scenes, orchestrating wars, economic crises, and even cultural trends to consolidate their power. Central to these theories are symbols like the all-seeing eye, often depicted on the US dollar bill, which some interpret as evidence of the Illuminati's influence over governments and financial systems. The theory also extends to the world of entertainment, with claims that celebrities and musicians are either members of the Illuminati or pawns in their grand scheme. From cryptic lyrics in songs to symbolic imagery in music videos, these alleged connections have sparked endless speculation. For instance, the use of triangles, pyramids, or occult references in pop culture is often cited as proof of the Illuminati's reach. At its core, the Illuminati conspiracy theory reflects a deep-seated distrust of authority and a belief that those in power are not acting in the public's best interest. It taps into fears of losing autonomy and the idea that the world is being shaped by forces beyond our control. Whether rooted in historical fact or fueled by imagination, the Illuminati narrative continues to captivate and challenge our understanding of power, influence, and the unseen forces that may shape our world. Now turning to a theory that challenges one of the most tragic maritime disasters in history, the idea that the Titanic was not the Titanic at all, but its sister ship, the Olympic, intentionally sunk as part of an elaborate insurance fraud scheme. This theory suggests that the White Star Line, the company that owned both ships, orchestrated the disaster to claim a massive insurance payout. The Titanic and the Olympic were nearly identical in design, both part of the Olympic-class ocean liners built by the White Star Line. However, the Olympic had suffered significant damage in a collision with a British warship in 1911, leaving it in need of costly repairs. Proponents of the conspiracy theory argue that the company, facing financial strain, decided to switch the two ships. They claim the damaged Olympic was disguised as the Titanic and sent on its doomed voyage, while the real Titanic was secretly repaired and rebranded as the Olympic. Evidence cited by believers includes discrepancies in the ship's construction. For instance, some claim that certain parts of the Titanic, such as its portholes and windows, did not match the original blueprints, suggesting last-minute alterations. Additionally, passenger testimonies from survivors have been scrutinized, with some recalling oddities like mismatched furniture or unfamiliar layouts, fueling speculation that they were actually aboard the Olympic. While this theory remains highly controversial and widely debunked by historians and maritime experts, it continues to captivate those who question the official narrative. The idea that such a catastrophic event could have been orchestrated for financial gain taps into a broader skepticism about corporate greed and the lengths to which powerful entities might go to protect their interests. Whether fact or fiction, the Titanic conspiracy theory invites us to reconsider one of history's most infamous tragedies and the stories we've been told about it. Now turning to a theory that takes us from the depths of the ocean to the realm of science fiction and military secrecy, the Philadelphia experiment. This conspiracy theory claims that in 1943, the United States Navy conducted a top-secret experiment aimed at rendering a ship invisible to radar and possibly even to the naked eye. The story goes that the USS Eldridge, a naval destroyer, was the centerpiece of this experiment, which allegedly involved manipulating electromagnetic fields to bend light and achieve invisibility. According to the theory, the experiment had unintended and horrifying consequences. Witnesses and accounts suggest that the ship not only became invisible, but was also teleported from its dock in Philadelphia to Norfolk, Virginia, and back in a matter of seconds. Even more chilling are the claims that some crew members were fused with the ship's structure, while others suffered severe psychological trauma or disappeared entirely. These alleged outcomes have fueled speculation about the dangers of tampering with unknown forces and the ethical implications of such experiments. However, the Philadelphia experiment remains shrouded in mystery, with no official documentation or credible evidence to support the claims. The U.S. Navy has consistently denied the existence of such an experiment, attributing the story to a combination of misinterpreted events, urban legends, and outright fabrication. Skeptics argue that the theory likely originated from real but unrelated naval research into degaussing, a process used to protect ships from magnetic mines, which was misconstrued as an attempt to achieve invisibility. Despite the lack of evidence, the Philadelphia experiment continues to capture the imagination of conspiracy theorists and science fiction enthusiasts alike. It raises questions about the limits of human knowledge, the potential for advanced technology to go awry, and the secrecy surrounding military research. Whether fact or fiction, the story of the Philadelphia experiment invites us to ponder the boundaries of science and the mysteries that may still lie hidden in the annals of history. Now turning to a theory that takes us deep beneath the surface of our planet, the Hollow Earth theory. This intriguing conspiracy suggests that Earth is not a solid sphere, but rather a hollow shell housing vast, hidden civilizations within its core. The idea dates back centuries, with notable figures like Edmund Halley, the astronomer best known for predicting the orbit of Halley's Comet, proposing that Earth might consist of concentric spheres, each capable of supporting life. Halley theorized that these inner layers could explain anomalies in the Earth's magnetic field, sparking centuries of speculation about what or who might reside beneath our feet. The Hollow Earth theory gained further traction in the 19th century, with claims of entrances to this subterranean world located at the North and South Poles. Adventurers and theorists alike have suggested that these polar regions conceal massive openings leading to a hidden realm, illuminated by an inner sun and populated by advanced beings. Some even argue that these civilizations possess technology far beyond our own, possibly influencing human history from the shadows. Stories of explorers like Admiral Richard Byrd, who allegedly encountered strange phenomena during his polar expeditions, have only added fuel to the fire, though no concrete evidence has ever been found. Despite its lack of scientific support, the hollow Earth theory continues to captivate fringe science communities and conspiracy enthusiasts. It taps into a deep-seated human fascination with the unknown and the possibility of undiscovered worlds. The theory also intersects with other conspiracy narratives, such as those involving ancient advanced civilizations or extraterrestrial life, creating a web of interconnected ideas that challenge our understanding of the planet we call home. Whether viewed as a fascinating thought experiment or a genuine belief, the hollow Earth theory invites us to question the limits of our knowledge and the mysteries that might still lie hidden beneath our feet. As we move forward, this theory reminds us that even in an age of advanced science, there are still questions that defy easy answers. Now turning to one of the most enduring mysteries of ancient history, the lost city of Atlantis. This legendary civilization, first described by the Greek philosopher Plato, has captivated imaginations for over 2,000 years. According to Plato, Atlantis was a powerful and advanced island nation that existed around 9,000 years before his time. He claimed it was located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, which many believe to be the Strait of Gibraltar. Atlantis was said to be a utopia of unparalleled wealth and technological sophistication, but its people grew arrogant and greedy, provoking the wrath of the gods. In a single day and night of catastrophic earthquakes and floods, the entire island sank into the ocean, vanishing without a trace. Plato's account has sparked countless theories about the possible location of Atlantis. Some researchers suggest it could have been in the Mediterranean, pointing to the island of Santorini, which was devastated by a massive volcanic eruption around 1600 BC. Others propose locations as far-flung as Antarctica, arguing that shifting tectonic plates could have buried the city beneath ice. There are even claims that Atlantis was part of an ancient advanced civilization in the Caribbean or the Azores. Despite these varied theories, no definitive evidence of Atlantis has ever been found, leaving its existence shrouded in mystery. Modern interpretations of Atlantis often link it to other conspiracy theories about ancient advanced civilizations. Some believe that the Atlanteans possessed knowledge and technology far beyond their time, possibly even harnessing energy sources we have yet to discover. This idea has fueled speculation that remnants of their civilization might still exist, hidden beneath the ocean or preserved in ancient ruins. The story of Atlantis also intersects with narratives about extraterrestrial influence, with some theorists suggesting that the Atlanteans were either aided by or were themselves beings from another world. The allure of Atlantis lies not just in its dramatic disappearance, but in what it represents, a symbol of human ambition, hubris, and the fragility of even the greatest civilizations. Whether Atlantis was a real place or a cautionary tale invented by Plato, it continues to inspire exploration and debate, reminding us that the past holds secrets we may never fully uncover. As we move forward, the mystery of Atlantis invites us to ponder the limits of human achievement and the enduring power of myth. Now turning to another captivating mystery that has haunted the imaginations of historians and adventurers alike: the curse of the pharaohs. This chilling belief suggests that disturbing the tombs of ancient Egyptian rulers brings misfortune, illness, or even death to those who dare to intrude. The most famous example of this curse is tied to the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb in 1922 by British archaeologist Howard Carter. Shortly after the tomb was opened, a series of tragic events unfolded, sparking widespread speculation about a supernatural retribution. The most notable death linked to the curse was that of Lord Carnarvon, the financial backer of the expedition, who died just months after the tomb's opening. His death was attributed to an infected mosquito bite, but rumors quickly spread that it was the result of the pharaoh's curse. Over the next decade, several others involved in the excavation or connected to it also died under mysterious circumstances, fueling the legend. Newspapers at the time sensationalized these events, often attributing each death to the curse, despite the lack of concrete evidence linking them to the tomb. Skeptics, however, have offered scientific explanations for the so-called curse. One theory points to toxic mold or bacteria that could have thrived in the sealed tomb for thousands of years. When the tomb was opened, these pathogens might have been released, causing respiratory issues or infections in those exposed. Another explanation suggests that the deaths were simply coincidental, with no direct connection to the tomb itself. Yet the allure of the curse persists, blending ancient superstition with modern fascination. The curse of the pharaohs taps into a deep-seated human fear of the unknown and the consequences of disturbing the past. It also reflects the mystique surrounding ancient Egypt, a civilization renowned for its grandeur, spirituality, and enigmatic practices. Whether the curse is real or merely a product of coincidence and imagination, it continues to captivate those who explore the tombs of the pharaohs, reminding us of the power of myth and the enduring mysteries of history. As we move forward, the story of the curse invites us to consider the boundaries between science, superstition, and the stories we tell to make sense of the world. Now turning to one of the most enduring enigmas of the modern world, the Bermuda Triangle. This infamous stretch of ocean, bounded by Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, has long been associated with mysterious disappearances of ships and aircraft. The legend of the Bermuda Triangle began to take shape in the mid-20th century, with one of the most famous cases being the disappearance of Flight 19 in 1945. This training flight of 5 U.S. Navy bombers vanished without a trace, along with the rescue plane sent to find them, sparking widespread speculation about what could have happened. Flight 19's disappearance remains one of the most puzzling incidents in aviation history. The pilots reportedly experienced strange compass readings and became disoriented, leading to theories about magnetic anomalies interfering with navigation. Over the years, numerous other vessels and aircraft have reportedly vanished in the area, fueling the idea that the Bermuda Triangle is a place where the normal rules of physics and navigation no longer apply. Skeptics, however, have offered scientific explanations for these disappearances. One theory points to methane hydrates, large deposits of methane gas trapped beneath the ocean floor. If released, these gases could reduce the density of the water, causing ships to lose buoyancy and sink without warning. Another explanation involves the region's unique magnetic properties, which could disrupt compass readings and confuse pilots. Additionally, the Bermuda Triangle is known for its unpredictable weather patterns and strong ocean currents, which could contribute to accidents and disappearances. Despite these rational explanations, the Bermuda Triangle continues to captivate the public imagination. Its reputation as a place of mystery and danger has been perpetuated by books, documentaries, and films, often emphasizing the unexplained nature of the incidents. The allure of the Bermuda Triangle lies in its ability to evoke a sense of wonder and fear, reminding us that even in our modern, technologically advanced world, there are still places where the unknown reigns supreme. As we explore the mysteries of the Bermuda Triangle, we are reminded of the thin line between fact and fiction, and how easily the unexplained can become the stuff of legend. Whether the disappearances are the result of natural phenomena or something more mysterious, the Bermuda Triangle remains a source of intrigue and speculation, challenging us to question what we think we know about the world. Now turning to one of the most iconic events in UFO history, the Roswell incident. In July of 1947, something crashed in the desert near Roswell, New Mexico, sparking decades of speculation and debate. The US military initially issued a press release stating that they had recovered a flying disc, a statement that sent shockwaves through the public and media. However, just a day later, officials retracted the claim, explaining that the debris was from a weather balloon used in a top-secret project called Mogul, designed to detect Soviet nuclear tests. Despite this explanation, many were unconvinced. Witnesses came forward with accounts of strange materials, lightweight, indestructible metals, and unusual symbols that didn't match the description of a weather balloon. Some even claimed to have seen alien bodies recovered from the crash site. These stories fueled the belief that the military was covering up the truth about extraterrestrial life. Over the years, the Roswell incident became a cornerstone of UFO lore, inspiring countless books, documentaries, and conspiracy theories. The US government has since released multiple reports attempting to debunk the extraterrestrial claims. In the 1990s, the Air Force published a detailed explanation, stating that the alleged alien bodies were likely crash test dummies used in high-altitude experiments. Yet for many, these explanations only deepened the mystery. Why would the military go to such lengths to explain something as simple as a weather balloon? And why did the initial story change so dramatically? The Roswell incident remains a cultural touchstone, symbolizing humanity's fascination with the possibility of life beyond Earth. It challenges us to question official narratives and consider what might be hidden from public view. Whether you believe it was a weather balloon, a secret military project, or an alien spacecraft, the Roswell incident continues to captivate and provoke, reminding us that some mysteries may never be fully solved. Now turning to a theory that has baffled scientists and historians alike, the flat Earth theory. While the idea that the Earth is flat might seem like a relic of ancient times, it has experienced a surprising resurgence in recent years. Historically, the belief in a flat Earth dates back to early civilizations, where limited knowledge of the world led to such interpretations. However, by the time of ancient Greece, thinkers like Pythagoras and later Aristotle provided evidence for a spherical Earth, a concept that was widely accepted by the Middle Ages. Fast forward to the modern era, and the flat Earth theory has found new life, thanks in large part to the rise of social media. Platforms like YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter have become breeding grounds for flat Earth communities, where proponents share videos, articles, and arguments supporting their claims. High-profile figures, including some celebrities and influencers, have also lent their voices to the movement, amplifying its reach and credibility among certain groups. But what exactly do flat earthers believe? At its core, the theory rejects the overwhelming scientific consensus that the Earth is an oblate spheroid. Instead, flat earthers argue that the planet is a flat disk, with the North Pole at the center and Antarctica forming an icy wall around the edges. They often cite perceived inconsistencies in space agency imagery, the curvature of the horizon, and even the behavior of water as evidence for their claims. Despite these assertions, the scientific evidence against the flat Earth theory is overwhelming. Centuries of astronomical observations, satellite imagery, and physical experiments have consistently confirmed the Earth's round shape. For example, the way ships disappear hull first over the horizon, the changing constellations as one travels north or south, and the ability to circumnavigate the globe all point to a spherical Earth. Even simple experiments, like observing the curvature of the Earth from high altitudes or during lunar eclipses, debunk the flat Earth claims. So why does this theory persist? Part of the answer lies in the power of skepticism and distrust of authority. For some, the flat Earth theory represents a rejection of mainstream science and institutions, a way to question what they see as a controlled narrative. Social media algorithms, which often prioritize sensational content, further fuel the spread of these ideas, creating echo chambers where skepticism thrives. The flat Earth theory is more than just a fringe belief. It's a reflection of how misinformation can spread in the digital age. It challenges us to critically evaluate the sources of our information and to understand the importance of scientific literacy. Whether you find it fascinating or frustrating, the flat Earth phenomenon reminds us that even the most established truths can be questioned, for better or worse. Now turning to a theory that has sparked endless speculation and intrigue, the Denver Airport conspiracy. Denver International Airport, one of the largest airports in the United States, has become a focal point for conspiracy theorists who believe it's more than just a transportation hub. From its eerie artwork to its sprawling underground tunnels, the airport has been shrouded in mystery since its opening in 1995. One of the most striking features of the airport is its collection of murals, which some claim depict apocalyptic and unsettling imagery. One mural, titled "Children of the World Dream of Peace," shows a figure in a gas mask holding a sword, while another features a dead soldier and a grieving mother. Critics argue that these murals are not just art, but coded messages about a dystopian future, possibly tied to the New World Order, a secretive global elite believed by some to be orchestrating world events. But the murals are just the beginning. Beneath the airport lies an extensive network of tunnels, some of which are said to stretch for miles. While officials claim these tunnels are part of the airport's baggage system, conspiracy theorists suggest they serve a far more sinister purpose. Some believe the tunnels are part of a massive underground facility, possibly used for government experiments, secret meetings, or even as a shelter for the elite in the event of a global catastrophe. Adding to the intrigue are the airport's unusual design elements, such as the ominous blue horse statue with glowing red eyes, nicknamed Blucifer. The statue, which reportedly killed its creator during construction, has been interpreted by some as a symbol of dark forces at work. Others point to the airport's dedication plaque, which references the New World Airport Commission, a group that has no official records or known members. This has fueled theories that the airport is a front for the New World Order or even extraterrestrial activity. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, the Denver airport conspiracy continues to captivate the imagination of many. It serves as a reminder of how easily ordinary structures can become the subject of extraordinary theories when combined with a dash of mystery and a healthy dose of skepticism. Whether you see it as a hub for secretive activities or simply an airport with unconventional art, the Denver airport conspiracy challenges us to question what lies beneath the surface, both literally and figuratively. Now turning to one of the most controversial and widely debated conspiracy theories in modern history, the 9/11 inside job theory. On September 11, 2001, the world watched in horror as the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York City were struck by hijacked planes, leading to their catastrophic collapse. While the official narrative points to the terrorist group Al-Qaeda as the perpetrators, many have questioned whether the U.S. government had a hand in orchestrating the attacks. One of the key points of contention is the collapse of World Trade Center Building 7, a 47-story skyscraper that was not hit by a plane yet fell later in the day. Critics argue that the building's symmetrical collapse resembles a controlled demolition, raising questions about whether it was intentionally brought down. While the National Institute of Standards and Technology concluded that fires caused by debris from the Twin Towers led to the collapse, skeptics remain unconvinced, pointing to the lack of similar collapses in other high-rise fires. Another aspect of the theory revolves around alleged foreknowledge of the attacks. Some claim that government agencies, such as the CIA and FBI, had intelligence about the impending attacks but failed to act. Documents like the August 6, 2001, presidential daily briefing titled "Bin Laden Determined to Strike in U.S." have fueled speculation that officials knew more than they let on. This perceived failure to prevent the attacks has led some to believe that the government allowed them to happen, or even facilitated them, to justify military intervention in the Middle East. The 9/11 inside job theory has had a profound impact on public trust in government institutions. It has become a cornerstone of modern conspiracy culture, inspiring countless documentaries, books, and discussions. For many, the theory represents a broader skepticism toward official narratives and a belief that those in power may manipulate events for their own agendas. Whether you view it as a legitimate critique or a baseless accusation, the 9/11 inside job theory continues to challenge our understanding of one of the most tragic events in recent history, urging us to question what we think we know. Now turning to one of the most bizarre and captivating conspiracy theories, the reptilian elite. This theory suggests that shape-shifting reptilian aliens have infiltrated human society and are secretly controlling the world. The idea gained widespread attention thanks to British author and conspiracy theorist David Icke, who claims that these reptilian beings are part of an ancient bloodline that manipulates global events from behind the scenes. Icke's assertions are rooted in his belief that many world leaders, celebrities, and influential figures are not fully human, but rather reptilian hybrids capable of shape-shifting between human and reptilian forms. He points to alleged sightings and odd behaviors, such as unusual eye movements or glitches in video footage, as evidence of their true nature. While these claims are often dismissed as outlandish, they have resonated with a segment of the population that distrusts authority and believes in hidden forces shaping our reality. The reptilian elite theory intersects with other conspiracy narratives, particularly those involving the New World Order and global elites. Proponents argue that these reptilian beings are part of a larger agenda to dominate humanity, often citing ancient myths and religious texts that describe serpent-like creatures or gods. For example, some point to the Sumerian tales of the Anunnaki, a group of deities said to have come from the heavens, as potential evidence of reptilian influence. Critics, however, view the theory as a modern myth, a way to explain complex global power structures through fantastical storytelling. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, the reptilian elite theory has become a staple of conspiracy culture, inspiring books, documentaries, and even fictional works. It taps into a deep-seated fear of the unknown and a suspicion that those in power may not be what they seem. Whether you see it as a fascinating thought experiment or a wild leap of imagination, the reptilian elite theory challenges us to question the nature of power and the stories we tell about those who wield it. It serves as a reminder that, in a world full of uncertainties, the line between fact and fiction can sometimes blur, leaving us to wonder what, or who, might truly be in control. Now turning to a phenomenon that has left many questioning the reliability of their own memories, the Mandela effect. This intriguing theory revolves around the idea that large groups of people remember events, details, or facts differently from how they are documented in reality. The term was coined after a peculiar observation. Many people vividly recalled Nelson Mandela dying in prison during the 1980s, despite the fact that he was released in 1990 and lived until 2013. This collective misremembering sparked widespread curiosity and gave rise to the concept of the Mandela effect. One of the most famous examples of this phenomenon involves the beloved children's book series, The Berenstain Bears. Many people swear they remember the name being spelled Berenstain with an E rather than Berenstain with an A. This discrepancy has led to countless debates and theories about why so many share this alternate memory. Other examples include the iconic line from Star Wars, where Darth Vader says, "Luke, I am your father." Many recall this line verbatim, but in reality, he says, "No, I am your father." Similarly, some remember the Monopoly man wearing a monocle, though he never actually did. So, what could explain these shared false memories? Some theorists propose that the Mandela effect is evidence of parallel universes or alternate realities bleeding into our own. According to this idea, these discrepancies occur because our memories are influenced by experiences from other dimensions, where events unfolded slightly differently. Others suggest it's a result of the brain's tendency to fill in gaps or misremember details over time, especially when influenced by popular culture or social reinforcement. Skeptics argue that the Mandela effect is simply a case of collective misremembering, fueled by the way information spreads in the digital age. With the internet allowing for rapid sharing of ideas, a single misremembered detail can quickly become a widely accepted fact. This theory highlights how easily our perceptions of reality can be shaped by external influences, blurring the line between memory and truth. Whether you believe the Mandela effect is a glitch in the matrix or a quirk of human psychology, it undeniably challenges our understanding of memory and reality. It invites us to question How much of what we know is truly accurate, and how much is shaped by the world around us? As we continue to explore the mysteries of the mind, the Mandela effect serves as a fascinating reminder that even our most vivid memories may not be as reliable as we think. Now turning to one of the most chilling and enduring mysteries in modern history, the Dyatlov Pass Incident. In January of 1959, a group of 9 experienced hikers set out on an expedition through the Ural Mountains in Russia. Their goal was to reach a peak known as Ortorton, but they never made it. Weeks later, their bodies were discovered under bizarre and unsettling circumstances, sparking decades of speculation and conspiracy theories. The scene was nothing short of horrifying. The hikers' tent was found torn open from the inside, as if they had fled in a panic. Their bodies were scattered across the snowy landscape, some with severe injuries, including fractured skulls and broken ribs. One hiker was missing her tongue, and others showed signs of radiation on their clothing. Strangest of all, there were no signs of a struggle or external attackers. The official explanation pointed to an unknown compelling force, but this vague conclusion only deepened the mystery. So, what could have caused such a tragedy? One theory suggests an avalanche forced the hikers to flee their tent, leading to their injuries and eventual deaths from exposure. However, skeptics argue that the injuries were too severe to be caused by an avalanche alone. Another theory points to military experiments in the area, possibly involving secret weapons or testing that went wrong. Some even believe the hikers stumbled upon a covert operation, leading to their deaths being covered up. Then there are the more outlandish theories. Some speculate that the hikers encountered extraterrestrial beings or unidentified flying objects, pointing to the radiation found on their clothing as evidence. Others suggest infrasound, a low-frequency sound that can cause panic and disorientation, might have driven them to flee in terror. And of course, there are those who believe the Dyatlov Pass incident is tied to ancient legends of the region, involving supernatural forces or cursed lands. Despite numerous investigations, the Dyatlov Pass incident remains unsolved. The lack of definitive answers has fueled endless speculation, making it a cornerstone of conspiracy lore. It challenges our understanding of nature, human behavior, and the limits of science, leaving us to wonder what truly happened on that cold, desolate mountain pass. As we continue to search for answers, the Dyatlov Pass incident serves as a haunting reminder that some mysteries may never be fully explained. Now turning to a discovery that has baffled historians and scientists alike: the Antikythera mechanism. Found in a shipwreck off the coast of the Greek island of Antikythera in 1901, this ancient device has been called the world's first analog computer. Dating back to around 100 BC, the mechanism is a complex assembly of bronze gears and dials, far more advanced than anything else known from that era. Its purpose to predict astronomical positions and eclipses with astonishing accuracy. The Antikythera mechanism is a marvel of engineering. It consists of at least 30 interlocking gears, meticulously designed to track the movements of the sun, moon, and planets. It could even predict the dates of ancient Greek athletic games, like the Olympics. The level of precision and sophistication suggests a deep understanding of astronomy and mechanics that challenges our assumptions about the technological capabilities of ancient civilizations. How could such a device exist over 2,000 years ago, when similar technology wouldn't reappear until the 14th century in Europe? This has led to a fascinating conspiracy theory that the Antikythera mechanism is evidence of advanced ancient technology, possibly influenced by a lost civilization or even extraterrestrial knowledge. Some theorists argue that the device is a remnant of a much older, highly advanced society, whose knowledge was lost to time. Others suggest it might have been created with the help of ancient aliens, pointing to its complexity as proof that humans alone couldn't have achieved such a feat without outside intervention. Mainstream historians, however, attribute the mechanism to the ingenuity of ancient Greek scientists, possibly linked to the school of thought founded by figures like Archimedes. Yet, even this explanation raises questions. Why is there no record of similar devices from the same period? Why was this technology seemingly forgotten for over a millennium? The Antikythera, a mechanism, forces us to reconsider the narrative of human progress, suggesting that ancient civilizations may have been far more advanced than we give them credit for. As we continue to study this enigmatic device, it serves as a powerful reminder that history is full of surprises. The Antikythera, a mechanism, challenges our understanding of the past, inviting us to question what we think we know about the capabilities of ancient societies. It's a testament to the enduring mystery of human ingenuity, and perhaps to the secrets still waiting to be uncovered. Now turning to another enigma that has puzzled scholars for centuries, the Voynich manuscript. This mysterious book, written in an unknown script and filled with bizarre illustrations of plants, celestial charts, and human figures, has defied all attempts at translation since its discovery in the early 20th century. Named after Wilfrid Voynich, the book dealer who acquired it in 1912, the manuscript is believed to date back to the 15th century, though its origins remain shrouded in mystery. The Voynich manuscript is written in a language or code that has yet to be deciphered, despite the efforts of countless cryptographers, linguists, and even artificial intelligence. Its pages are adorned with intricate drawings of unidentifiable plants, strange astronomical diagrams, and what appear to be bathing women connected by elaborate networks of tubes. These images only deepen the mystery, as they don't correspond to any known scientific or cultural traditions of the time. Theories about the manuscript's purpose and origin are as varied as they are intriguing. Some believe it to be an elaborate hoax created to deceive wealthy collectors. Others suggest it might be a medical or alchemical text containing secret knowledge about healing or the transformation of matter. There are even those who argue it could be the work of an extraterrestrial civilization, given its seemingly otherworldly content and script. One of the most compelling theories is that the manuscript was written by a medieval scholar experimenting with a constructed language or a highly sophisticated cipher. This would explain why it has resisted decoding for so long. However, the lack of any historical records referencing the manuscript or its creator leaves this theory in the realm of speculation. The enduring allure of the Voynich manuscript lies in its ability to defy explanation. It challenges our understanding of history, language, and the limits of human knowledge. Each failed attempt to decode it only adds to its mystique, making it one of the most fascinating, unsolved puzzles in the world. As we continue to study this enigmatic book, it serves as a reminder that some secrets of the past may never be fully uncovered, leaving us to wonder what other mysteries lie hidden in the pages of history. Now turning to another enduring mystery that has captivated treasure hunters and conspiracy theorists alike, the Oak Island money pit. Nestled off the coast of Nova Scotia, Canada, this enigmatic site has been the subject of countless excavations, theories, and legends since its discovery in the late 18th century. The story begins in 1795, when a young man named Daniel Maginnis stumbled upon a peculiar depression in the ground, surrounded by signs of human activity, such as old oak trees with markings and a pulley system hanging from one of the branches. Intrigued, Maginnis and his friends began digging, uncovering layers of logs, clay, and even a stone inscribed with mysterious symbols. Thus began the legend of the Oak Island Money Pit. Over the centuries, numerous expeditions have attempted to uncover the secrets of the pit, each one encountering bizarre and often dangerous obstacles. Diggers have reported encountering layers of coconut fiber, which is not native to the region, as well as flood tunnels designed to fill the pit with seawater whenever it is disturbed. These elaborate booby traps have fueled speculation that the pit was designed to protect something of immense value. But what exactly lies at the bottom? Theories abound, ranging from pirate treasure, such as the lost loot of Captain Kidd or Blackbeard, to religious artifacts like the Holy Grail or the Ark of the Covenant. Some even suggest it could be the hiding place of Marie Antoinette's jewels or documents proving the existence of the Knights Templars' secret activities in the New World. Despite the many attempts to solve the mystery, the Oak Island Money Pit has yet to yield its secrets. Modern technology, including ground-penetrating radar and advanced drilling equipment, has been employed in recent years, but the pit continues to defy explanation. The allure of the mystery lies not only in the potential treasure, but also in the tantalizing possibility that it could rewrite history. What if the pit holds evidence of pre-Columbian contact between Europe and North America, or proof of a secret society's influence on the founding of the New World? These questions keep treasure hunters and historians alike coming back to Oak Island, driven by the hope of uncovering the truth. The Oak Island Money Pit remains one of the most enduring and captivating mysteries in the world of conspiracy theories. It challenges our understanding of history, engineering, and human ingenuity, while reminding us that some secrets are buried deep, both literally and figuratively. As the search continues, the pit serves as a testament to the enduring power of mystery and the human desire to uncover the unknown. And so, the legend of Oak Island lives on, inviting us to wonder what treasures or truths might still lie hidden beneath its surface. Now turning to another enigmatic mystery that has sparked intrigue and speculation, the Georgia Guidestones. Standing in rural Elbert County, Georgia, this massive granite monument has been a source of fascination and controversy since its construction in 1980. Often referred to as America's Stonehenge, the Guidestones consist of 4 towering slabs of granite, each inscribed with 10 guiding principles in 8 modern languages, along with a shorter message in 4 ancient scripts. The inscriptions advocate for themes like population control, environmental stewardship, and global unity, leading many to speculate about their true purpose and the identity of their creators. The origins of the Georgia Guidestones are shrouded in mystery. The monument was commissioned by a man using the pseudonym R.C. Christian, who claimed to represent a small group of loyal Americans with a vision for a new age. Christian's true identity remains unknown, fueling theories that the Guidestones were the work of a secretive organization, or even a shadowy global elite. Some believe the monument serves as a blueprint for a future society, while others see it as a warning or a call to action in the face of global challenges. The inclusion of instructions like maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature has led to speculation that the guidestones are tied to New World Order narratives, suggesting a plan for drastic population reduction and centralized control. The monument's destruction in 2022 only deepened the mystery. In July of that year, the guidestones were partially demolished in an explosion, and the remaining structure was later dismantled for safety reasons. While authorities attributed the destruction to vandalism, conspiracy theorists saw it as evidence of a cover-up or a deliberate attempt to erase the monument's message. Some believe the guidestones were destroyed to prevent their prophecies from being fulfilled, while others argue that their removal was part of a larger effort to suppress dissenting voices or alternative visions for humanity's future. The Georgia Guidestones continue to captivate those who seek to unravel their secrets, whether viewed as a manifesto for a utopian society, a warning of impending doom, or a symbol of elite manipulation. The monument challenges us to question the forces shaping our world. Its enigmatic message and mysterious origins remind us that history is often written by those who leave behind cryptic clues, inviting us to interpret their meaning and consider the possibilities they present. As we reflect on the legacy of the Georgia Guidestones, we are left to wonder what truths, if any, did they hold, and what might their destruction signify for the future. Now turning to one of the most bizarre and enduring conspiracy theories in pop culture history, the Paul McCartney death hoax. This theory claims that Paul McCartney, the beloved bassist of the Beatles, actually died in a car accident in 1966 and was secretly replaced by a look-alike to avoid public outcry and keep the band's success alive. While it sounds like something straight out of a spy thriller, this theory has captivated fans for decades, with many pointing to supposed clues hidden in Beatles songs, album covers, and even lyrics as evidence. The origins of the theory can be traced back to a college newspaper article in 1969, which claimed that careful listeners could hear hidden messages in Beatles tracks hinting at McCartney's death. Fans began dissecting every aspect of the band's work, from the cryptic lyrics of Revolution 9 to the backward messages allegedly embedded in songs. One of the most famous clues is found on the cover of the album Abbey Road, where the band is seen walking across the street. Theorists argue that the image is a funeral procession, with McCartney barefoot and out of step with the others, symbolizing a corpse. Other supposed evidence includes the cover of SGT, Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, where McCartney appears to be holding a hand over his head, interpreted as a gesture of mourning. Even the lyrics of Beatles songs have been scrutinized for hidden meanings. Lines like, "He blew his mind out in a car," from A Day in the Life, and "Paul is dead, miss him, when played backward in I'm So Tired, have been cited as proof. Fans also point to the chaotic and experimental nature of the band's later work as evidence that McCartney's replacement was struggling to maintain the facade. Paul McCartney himself has addressed the theory multiple times, often with humor and disbelief. In interviews, he has dismissed the claims as absurd, pointing out that he is very much alive and has continued to produce music and perform for decades. Despite his reassurances, the theory persists, fueled by the internet and the enduring mystique of the Beatles. Some fans argue that the band itself may have planted the clues as a form of artistic expression or social commentary, while others believe it was a deliberate marketing ploy to generate intrigue. The Paul McCartney death hoax remains a fascinating example of how conspiracy theories can take on a life of their own, blending fact, fiction, and imagination. Whether seen as a playful myth or a genuine mystery, it challenges us to question how we interpret art and the stories we tell about our cultural icons. As we move forward, this theory reminds us that sometimes the line between reality and legend is thinner than we think. Now turning to one of the most enigmatic and secretive gatherings in modern history, the Bohemian Grove rituals. Nestled in the redwood forests of California, Bohemian Grove is a private campground that has hosted an annual retreat for some of the world's most powerful men since the late 19th century. This exclusive event, shrouded in mystery, has become a focal point for conspiracy theories, with claims ranging from occult rituals to covert political dealings. The Bohemian Grove Retreat is organized by the Bohemian Club, an elite men's organization that includes politicians, business leaders, and influential figures from various fields. The event is known for its theatrical performances, speeches, and the infamous cremation of care ceremony, where attendees gather around a mock funeral pyre to symbolically burn their worries. While the club describes this as a light-hearted tradition, conspiracy theorists argue that it has darker undertones, suggesting it may be a form of occult ritual or a symbolic gesture of allegiance among the elite. One of the most persistent theories is that Bohemian Grove serves as a hub for behind-the-scenes political maneuvering. Critics claim that the secluded environment allows attendees to discuss and coordinate global policies away from public scrutiny. Some even allege that major historical events, such as the development of the atomic bomb, were planned during these gatherings. While there is no concrete evidence to support these claims, the secrecy surrounding the event has fueled speculation and distrust. The Bohemian Grove rituals have also been linked to broader conspiracy narratives about the New World Order and shadowy global elites. Theorists argue that the event is a manifestation of the power and influence wielded by a select few, reinforcing the idea that the world is controlled by a hidden cabal. This perception has been amplified by leaked footage and photographs from inside the grove, which, while not conclusive, have added to the aura of mystery. Despite the controversy, the Bohemian Club maintains that the retreat is simply a place for relaxation and camaraderie among its members. However, the lack of transparency and the high-profile nature of its attendees continue to make it a subject of fascination and suspicion. The Bohemian Grove rituals remind us of the enduring allure of secrecy and the human tendency to seek patterns and meaning in the unknown. As we explore this theory, it challenges us to consider how power operates in the shadows and what truths might lie beneath the surface of such enigmatic gatherings. Now turning to a theory that has captured the imagination of many, and perhaps even caused you to glance up at the sky with suspicion: the chemtrail conspiracy. This theory claims that the white trails left by aircraft, often seen crisscrossing the skies, are not just harmless water vapor, but part of a secret government program to control or harm the population. Proponents of this idea argue that these trails, known as chemtrails, contain chemicals or biological agents deliberately sprayed for purposes ranging from weather manipulation to mind control or even population reduction. At the heart of this theory is a misunderstanding of contrails, short for condensation trails, Contrails are formed when hot, humid air from jet engines mixes with the cold, low-pressure air at high altitudes, causing water vapor to condense into tiny ice crystals. These trails are a natural byproduct of aviation and have been studied extensively by scientists. However, conspiracy theorists point to the persistence and spread of these trails as evidence of something more sinister, suggesting that they linger longer and spread wider than normal contrails should. One of the most common claims is that chemtrails are part of a global geoengineering project, often referred to as solar radiation management. The idea is that governments are secretly spraying reflective particles into the atmosphere to combat climate change by reflecting sunlight back into space. While geoengineering is a real scientific concept, there is no evidence to support the claim that it is being covertly implemented on a large scale. Critics of the chemtrail theory also highlight the logistical challenges of such an operation, including the sheer number of aircraft and personnel required to carry it out without detection. Another aspect of the theory focuses on alleged health effects. Some claim that chemtrails are responsible for respiratory illnesses, neurological disorders, and even mysterious Morgellons disease, a condition characterized by skin lesions and fibers emerging from the skin. However, medical experts and scientists have repeatedly debunked these claims, attributing such symptoms to other causes or psychological factors. Despite this, the fear of chemtrails persists, fueled by anecdotal reports and viral social media posts. So why does the chemtrail conspiracy endure? Part of its staying power lies in its simplicity and visibility. Unlike other conspiracies that require complex explanations or hidden evidence, chemtrails are something anyone can observe. This accessibility makes the theory easy to spread and difficult to disprove in the eyes of believers. Additionally, the idea of a secretive, all-powerful government manipulating the environment and population taps into deep-seated fears about authority and control. As we examine the chemtrail conspiracy, it serves as a reminder of how easily scientific phenomena can be misinterpreted and how fear and distrust can shape our understanding of the world. While the skies above may hold many mysteries, the chemtrail theory challenges us to question not just what we see, but also the stories we tell ourselves about what lies beyond our understanding. Now turning to a deeply unsettling chapter in the world of conspiracy theories, the Franklin Cover-Up. This theory emerged in the late 1980s, centering on shocking allegations of a child abuse ring involving high-ranking officials, politicians, and influential figures in Nebraska. The case gained national attention when a grand jury was convened to investigate claims that children from foster care and other vulnerable backgrounds were being exploited in a network of abuse, with some even alleging that the ring extended to Washington, D.C. At the heart of the controversy was a man named Lawrence E. King, a prominent figure in Omaha's Republican Party and the director of the Franklin Community Federal Credit Union. King was accused of orchestrating the abuse ring, using his connections to shield himself from accountability. The allegations were further fueled by the testimony of several young victims, who described harrowing experiences of being trafficked and abused by powerful individuals. However, as the investigation unfolded, inconsistencies in the testimonies and a lack of physical evidence led to doubts about the credibility of the claims. The grand jury ultimately concluded that the allegations were a carefully crafted hoax, dismissing the case as a fabrication. Yet, This verdict did little to quell the suspicions of conspiracy theorists, who pointed to the involvement of high-profile figures and the abrupt dismissal of the case as evidence of a cover-up. They argued that the lack of conclusive evidence was not proof of innocence, but rather a sign of the perpetrator's ability to manipulate the system and silence victims. The Franklin case became a focal point for broader conspiracy theories about elite corruption, with some suggesting that it was part of a larger network of abuse and exploitation involving powerful individuals across the country. These theories often draw parallels to other high-profile cases, such as the allegations surrounding Jeffrey Epstein, reinforcing the belief that those in positions of power are capable of evading justice. What makes the Franklin cover-up particularly enduring is its intersection with themes of power, secrecy, and the vulnerability of marginalized groups. The case taps into deep-seated fears about the abuse of authority and the lengths to which the elite might go to protect their interests. While the truth remains elusive, the Franklin cover-up serves as a stark reminder of how allegations of corruption can fuel distrust in institutions and spark enduring conspiracy narratives. As we reflect on this theory, it challenges us to grapple with the complexities of truth, justice, and the power dynamics that shape our society. Whether fact or fabrication, the Franklin cover-up remains a haunting chapter in the annals of conspiracy lore, leaving us to question who holds the keys to justice and who might be hiding behind closed doors. Now turning to one of the most mind-bending conspiracy theories of all, the simulation theory. This idea suggests that our reality might not be what it seems. Instead, it proposes that everything we experience, our world, our lives, even our thoughts, could be part of an incredibly advanced computer simulation, created by a civilization far more technologically advanced than our own. The roots of this theory stretch back centuries, with philosophers like René Descartes questioning the nature of reality. Descartes famously pondered whether our senses could be trusted, or if we might be deceived by an all-powerful, evil demon. Fast forward to the modern era, and the simulation theory has gained traction thanks to thinkers like Nick Bostrom, a philosopher at Oxford University. Bostrom's simulation argument suggests that if a civilization could create simulations indistinguishable from reality, it's statistically likely that we are living in one of those simulations rather than in the base reality. Tech billionaire Elon Musk has also weighed in, famously stating that the odds of us not living in a simulation are 1 in billions. Musk's perspective is rooted in the rapid advancement of technology, particularly in virtual reality and artificial intelligence. He argues that if humanity continues to progress, we'll eventually create simulations so realistic that they'll be indistinguishable from reality. And if that's possible, why wouldn't we assume that someone else has already done it? But what does this mean for our understanding of existence? If the simulation theory is true, it challenges everything we think we know about life, the universe, and our place in it. Are our choices truly our own, or are they pre-programmed by the creators of the simulation? Is there a purpose to our existence, or are we merely characters in someone else's game? These questions blur the line between science and philosophy, forcing us to rethink the very nature of reality. Critics of the theory argue that it's impossible to prove or disprove, making it more of a thought experiment than a scientific hypothesis. Yet its appeal lies in its ability to spark imagination and debate. It taps into our deepest existential fears and curiosities, asking us to consider whether the world we perceive is real or just an elaborate illusion. As we wrap up our exploration of the simulation theory, it leaves us with more questions than answers, but perhaps that's the point. Whether or not we're living in a simulation, the theory challenges us to think critically about the nature of reality and our place within it. And as we move forward, it reminds us that sometimes the most profound truths are the ones we can't yet see. Now turning to the conclusion of our journey through these 25 conspiracy theories, it's clear that each one challenges the way we perceive history, reality, and even our own existence. From the Moon Landing Hoax to the simulation theory, these ideas push us to question the narratives we've been taught and to look beyond the surface for deeper truths. Whether it's the mysteries surrounding the JFK assassination, the enigmatic Georgia Guidestones, or the chilling Dyatlov Pass Incident, these theories remind us that history is often more complex and more mysterious than it appears. What ties these theories together is their ability to spark curiosity and debate. They encourage us to think critically, to question authority, and to consider alternative explanations for events that have shaped our world. While some theories may seem far-fetched, others raise legitimate questions that challenge our understanding of history, science, and human nature. They remind us that the pursuit of truth is never straightforward, and that sometimes the most compelling stories are the ones that remain unresolved. So, what do you think? Which of these 25 conspiracy theories resonated with you the most? Did any of them make you see history, or even reality, in a new light? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts and theories. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the mysteries of history, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on more thought-provoking content. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction.